Hi, Doug Sprayberry here with Key Real Estate. I'm the broker-owner of Key Real Estate and have been in the business since 1982. You know, one of the interesting things I find about real estate is there's always myths out there floating around, and I want to talk about the three most common myths today in commercial real estate. The first one is it's too expensive. Well, here's the reality. You don't have to look at $1 million property for your first investment or even your second investment. There's a lot of opportunities out there that are not as expensive as a house. With commercial real estate, the values currently are soft in this area. Even though Greenville's fared better than most parts of the country, the Greenville market still has some opportunities. And equally as important, interest rates are down. They're the lowest we've seen on commercial real estate. In fact, first home I bought in 1982, 16% interest is what I paid. Today you can get 3 to 4% on a home loan. On commercial real estate, it'll be a little more than that, maybe 4.5% to 5%, but there's some great opportunities out there. With prices soft, interest rates down, sellers more motivated, today commercial real estate really isn't too expensive. Second myth is that commercial property, if I buy commercial property, it'll sit vacant for years. Not true. But it does require a little more creativity today. You know, oftentimes I look at vacant property that's sat there for a while and I see some simple things that can be done to help it be rented, starting with landscaping. You know, appraisers have a thing that they don't necessarily put on the line of their report, but it's called curb appeal. Is the property attractive? When you pull up to a house or a commercial building, the first thing you think is, I like it, or, ooh, that's ugly. Or you get an impression. The first impression is so important. Someone once told me, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. That's real important. But there's some simple things you can do inside as well. For example, clean up, repaint, replace the flooring, change the lighting. These are just some simple things that can help you get your property rented very quickly. Now, if you buy the property correctly, then you can probably rent it below the market so that you can get yours rented, whereas others can't because they owe too much on it. So buying right is the key. Too expensive, vacant for years? No, not true. The third myth today is there's no financing available for commercial property. Well, while I admit it is more difficult to get financing, there is financing available. Banks are looking for mostly owner-occupied, so if you own your own business, the first thing you may want to invest in is a property that you own to put your business in. That way, instead of paying off somebody else's building, you're paying your own. Financing is available. It's a little tougher, but like everything else, it takes relationships to make things happen. So build relationships with the banks. There's still banks out there that want your business. Yes, many of them are in trouble, but there's a lot that are still healthy. You just have to find them. Secondly, or the second thing to do with financing, I should say, is that there's a lot of sellers that wouldn't have considered owner financing 2 years ago that will now, because they're motivated. They've been sitting there. Maybe their property needs some of that cleanup and fix-up work that I just talked about. And it's been sitting there for a while and they've become very motivated. So oftentimes they will assist with financing. Whether it's for your own business or whether it's for investment, there is financing. If it's for your own business, the Small Business Administration has made billions of dollars of new loans to help people get started, to stimulate the economy, so to speak. That's an option too you may want to explore if you plan on occupying the business or the building. So call me. I think we can help.